All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. Trying to get people to come up now and join this section. I didn't intend for us to spend this long time before we get to start. If you can hear my voice, please show me that you can hear my voice. I really want to connect with those people that are currently on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please let me know that you are on YouTube. I want to know as many people that have joined via the YouTube platform. And as a matter of fact, I really want, I wish I can be on the platform to see what is going on YouTube. Please, I think I'm able to see that now. So, back button, Android accept home button. Welcome to Talkback, page 1 of 5. Talkback is it. All right, so like I was trying to say, please, if you are able to hear me at any point, please let me know that you can hear me. Notification will vibrate. Let me know you can hear me. One person is currently on YouTube. I want to really I want to see the YouTube audience. I want to see the YouTube audience. If you're on YouTube, please let me know that you're on YouTube, please. I've sent the link over. Please let us join this link. I like us to send. I like us to have a very clear conscience about this. If you are on YouTube, please let me know. I'm trying to see. Currently, there's only one person. In fact, nobody anymore. Who is following? Is anybody following me? Oh my God. If I wait till, because I truly want to see, because if you're on YouTube and you're hearing me, or from end of hearing, please kindly write something that let me know that you are following me. Anybody following me? Please, anybody close? I'm not happy that. Let me just check on this page. I have anybody on this page? Um, This particular section is for YouTube, and I want to know if anybody is currently joining. 2 people. Okay, Ayomide Abiola. Thank you very much, Ayomide Abiola. I'm grateful. Is to join. The reason why I'm really eager to have to know, to see that people are actually connected is that this 15-minute section is purely for students on YouTube. It's for students to interact with me from the YouTube, and not just for me to do a class without any response. I needed to have someone or 3 people, very grateful. Please, if you are joining, let me do me a favor and let me see. Just put something as a chat. Type something down. Something like, okay, I'm here. I can hear you. You know, something like that. Just write something down. Just type something. Let me know that you are with me. Is that okay? Let me know you are with me. I'm on YouTube, and you must confirm that you are. So let me know. Let me know. Let me just type something, and let me see what you type. Just type something. Say something. All right. Thank you. So if now it's down to if not if anymore. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a very quick conversation on these things you need. I was trying to explain earlier that you cannot go for a battle and claim that you're going to win if you have not properly prepared for the battle. And I said that there are 7 things you need to prepare. I said that 3 weeks ago. And then 2 things that we have talked about already. Time, specific time and timing. Second thing is specific skill. Specific skill. Now, I want to emphasize a bit on skill. Most people don't really know what skill is. They are not 100% sure. And so I'm trying to differentiate between skill and knowledge. Skill is what you know that you have put into practice, or that you are trying to put into practice. Skill is what you already know that you are put into practice. The question is, what do you know about reading that you are trying to practicalize? What do you know about writing? What do you know about speaking? If I have 3 people watching me, I'm so happy for those watching me live. Please, if you can, I don't know whether it is true, but I'm told that if you like the video, people will see it more. Just press on the like button. Maybe that will help people to see. I want people that are on that particular, I want you to, whatever group, to come up here. Let us talk. Let's have a chance. All right? Knowledge is knowing the subject. Skill is applying what you know to make the subject better. Yeah, that's skill, applying to make knowledge better. So if you have learned how to pass Ielts and you have not spent time to apply what you have learned, you will fail. Exactly. If you have not had time to separate what you have learned and then practicalize it, you will fail. Is that okay? Now, I'm so happy for people are watching. Thank you. If you can like, if you can comment, but please do follow me. Now, to get knowledge for Ielts, you need to know that knowledge is sacrosanct. There is a form of knowledge that you must acquire. It is not generalized, it is specific to Ielts. If you are lucky to meet somebody that has that knowledge, then you must grow that knowledge. And how to grow that knowledge? By acquiring the knowledge and converting the knowledge into skill. I will teach you how to do that for listening. What knowledge do you need in IELTS, for example, for listening? Yes, of course. You need knowledge for listening. Let's start with, okay, I want to know about the cause of toxicity in the city. I must have a knowledge about toxicity, even if toxicity. That's what I'll write down. Because what you're writing must apply to what you are. Are you with me? What you are writing to what you have read. And you must be able to bring together points without missing words. Are you with me? So knowledge grows. And knowledge must come from a sacrosanct base. Somebody has that knowledge. Get the person or get the material. Study it. Study with the person. Apply knowledge and you pass. Okay. Now, what is the fourth factor that affects growth? Is anxiety and discouragement. Are you with me? Anxiety and discouragement. I will talk about anxiety and discouragement a little bit, and I will now come back to round up. When you are anxious, you diminish your possibility of success. You limit the capacity you carry. You tell yourself you cannot do it. And you agree to sit down where people are not doing it. But when you are not anxious, you stand up. You settle down on yourself and say, what are my problems? I discovered that I cannot say that if I have not done about 10 critics with their correction. 10. So having the mindset of the direction you are going can give you a sense of purpose. Is that okay? So I will clarify that. I was talking about knowledge. I talked about skill. I'm not talking about, practically growing in these things and assessing a deeper dimension of applying them for your exams. Assessing whoever gets this information and then trying to bring them into application, proper application for your exams. Now, I want to talk about creating space for your practical examination. Now, most people, they are able to acquire knowledge. Yes, they are able to acquire skill, but they don't have the environment to grow that skill. Now, let me simplify these things to make it easy. All right. One, knowledge acquisition is by tutorial or by reading of materials that teaches you how to apply knowledge. That is knowledge application. Two, skill acquisition is by practice of the materials that helps you to pass. All right. Why? The third one, which is creating an environment for success or creating an environment for your skill acquisition, is simply when you decided to grow the skill. That is, you now look for a place that can be your room. or your house, you focus your attention on practice without noise, without distraction. That is creating the environment. Now, if you want to grow your skill, you must grow it correctly. If you grow your skill in a place of noise, you will not reap in completion what you are trying to grow. You will find a lot of difficulties. So to grow your skill, you must create environment. And there are two ways to create environment. Way one is that you must create an environment of time. You must set a timing. I've talked about that one before. Way two, you must create environment of silence. You cannot practice where there is noise, whether it is noise from you or noise from external. So most of the time, it is easier to create that environment in the night or early in the morning, because usually most of your children, people that are around you, might be sleeping or might be busy doing something that in the night that may not actually necessitate for noise. And because of that, you have the time frame that will not be interrupted or interruptible. And then the other part is the time. Now, the time can be in the morning and it can be in the night, but it depends on your own time when silence can be achieved. The condition for success in Ielts is the capacity. Are you following me now? To practice under exam conditions. Write it down. The condition for success in Ielts is the capacity to practice under exam conditions without distraction. That is a key condition. And that is how you grow your skills. That's how you grow your skills. That's how you get better. That's how you get acquitted. And then the second part of condition is that you must practice within the timing of the exam modules. If an exam is 1 hour, you practice for 1 hour. If an exam is maybe the listening test is 40 minutes, practice for 40 minutes. If an exam is whatever time that is allocated for the exam, practice for that time. Reason, if you try to practice beyond the timing, you might lose the skill you are building, because the skill is that you must work within time to get better results, not outside of time. So you must practice to work within that time to get the result you are looking for. All right. And then the fourth thing, as I want to round up on this very short section, I like to have a feedback. If you're on YouTube and you are watching me now, please, I'd like you to give me feedback. Just send a message. Now, listen, I will not conduct YouTube class if responses are not clearly received as a feedback from people that are watching. So I'm sending a message on YouTube now. I said, I would like your feedback. And this is the feedback I want. Number one, you will tell me what are the 3 conditions for success that we discussed today. We mentioned 3 of them. You will write it back. So can you type, if you watched me on YouTube, can you type it out to show that you are following me? Number 2, you will tell me if you actively gained from this section, if you get it now. I'm using this as a test run. I think somebody said hello. No, it's the same person. So I'm waiting for you to respond on YouTube. What have you gained from what we discussed? And number 2, how can we get to reach people? How can we get more people? How can we, get people to actually come into this section and learn? All right. Especially for validate. And of course, YouTube has not been only 2 people have joined, but I want you to see responses of whether people actually followed me or not. So if you followed me, let me see your response. So to be able to learn the exam, practical exam condition, yes. Any other one? I mentioned 3. Practical exam condition. I talked about 2 other things. Practice within time frame allocated to each question. Thank you. Go on. Yes, if I have one more, I'll be happy to go. Any more? Any more? Any more, please? Avoid noisy environment. Thank you very much for that. And create environment of time. Anxiety and discouragement affect growth. Yeah. Now, this was the point I was saying, and I forgot in between. Thank you, Dorcas Odelade, for bringing that point up. Should I just talk about that in a quick one? Now, anxiety and discouragement is the psychological interpretation of noise internally. Let me say that again. Anxiety, right, and discouragement is the psychological interpretation of noise internally. Now, when I say avoid noisy environment, you can have the noise from the external, and you can have the noise from the internal. That is really like deafening your ears, that you cannot even hear anything that is being said. All right. However, the internal noise is more stronger than the external noise. So if you are in a place, I want you to just picture this scenario. You're in a place where you observe that quite a number of persons who are just talking and screaming and doing a lot of things to distract your attention. And then you are just trying to focus. Eventually, maybe out of 40 questions, you answer 12 that you do not get distracted about. All right. Now, if you answer 12 that you do not get distracted about, clap for yourself. All right. But if it was actually that nobody was in the room, but the only thing that was actually disturbing you was internal noise. That is, you are anxious, you are disturbed, you are worried, you are angry, you are discouraged. Then you might likely not even get up to 12. You did 12 when there was external noise. You may end up doing 6. So the internal noise will only give you 50% of what you will achieve if there was noise externally. I'm sure you don't believe that. I'm sure you don't believe that, but it is true. All right. So avoid noise. So overall, I've talked about 3 things. Number 1, time-specific preparation. Have a time you set to practice and practice within the time range of every module. Number 2, I talked about skill set, building your skill set. And I talked about, and under this building of skill set, I talked about knowledge and skill. Build knowledge by getting the information from your tutorial or your tutor or whoever is teaching stuff. And then skill is by practicalizing what you have learned. And then the 3rd one, which was avoid noise, implies increasing environment for practice, avoid external noise, avoid internal noise. And if you do all of these things, you definitely pass. So I want to appreciate those that joined the class. We have 4. Now, this is the kind of class I want to hold on YouTube. I want interactive sections. All right. I want us to communicate together. I want us to have a very strong conversation. I want people to respond to me as I'm talking, so that we can actually know that we're actually talking to each other and that I'm talking to myself. All right. So what is the recipe for this? I'll be making the announcement for these classes whenever I'm able to note clearly that we are having the class and then the timing is free. I'm not distracted. I'll make the announcement. The thing you need to do for me is now invite people that you think need these sections. We've talked about so many things around Ielts that will help to grow your knowledge. However, if you have watched me in this session and you feel, no, I think I need something deeper. I want my work evaluated. I want to have clear grips on the tutorials, the things I need to know, and I want to directly start preparing for my exams. I will advise you to just go ahead and make a decision to either get to my website, www.mercycrownacademy.com, or you can also go for that. And speak to me personally, and I will show you how to go on that. It's very simple. You don't have too much, and you pass. We have passed some very astonishing, mind-blowing testimonies in the last few days. Astonishing and mind-blowing, but the time is not available to even share them. But I want to just encourage you, remember, success is easy. It is the determination that must be put in place for you to come through. All right? And you must know exactly what you are doing. Don't just do it because you do it because this is the right thing to do. And that do it because you have learned to do it. You have mastered doing it, and you have seen the exactly doing it. Is that okay? So I'm wrapping up right now. I don't know if anybody has any question. It should be my pleasure to answer any question, and of course to expect that when people are able to get more info about this and get connected to it in a more sincere way. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So I have to stop the live section now. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see us. I really wish you have a better feedback next week. Hopefully, we will be able to get this. Yeah. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day.